First and foremost, I'm say Carla Night Howard. Hashem Howard Shai. Hashem Rakakwadash. And the most so our pastor taught us the truth. He said, "Salutation to you, elect. Alright, you elect members of the household of faith, man, and alright, you demonic rebels, alright, you cheater tribes, alright, have become servants of Mammon, alright, professional rod polishers, alright, for the so-called white man, the red pale horse, given power to take peace from the earth. Hey, and now is the Most High going to hit you with the rod of God, as the white man calls it, you know? Matter of fact, I'm going to go to the GPT, and let's type in rod of God, and you're going to see they're going to talk about kinetic weapons, you know, coming down from heaven, like that movie, The Kinsman. You got this movie, Kinsman. What's it called? Kinsman, the Service. The first one, I think. The first one, they had rods coming down from heaven. They had a weapon. I think the second one, they had like an explosive device that was in people's ears or some shit like that. I forget which one it was, but I think it was the first one. But anywho, there are different movies that they've had different movies where they had the weapon, the rod of God in there, man, which ultimately is these missiles, these arrows that be shot, okay, over here against rebellious and wicked people, man, starting with your people, the tribes, man. So it says the rod of God, right? It says can refer to several different things depending on the context, biblical, military, or even scientific, science fiction. It says biblical meaning. All right, we don't want this one. This is not the one because they're talking about something else right here. Number 2, military space weapon concept, rods from God. In modern defense and sci-fi discussions, rods from God is nicknamed for a proposed kinetic weapon system. All right, Lord said, Isaiah 54:16, behold, I create the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. You know, the waster to destroy. So it says, official concept, Project Thor involves launching tungsten rods from orbit. Usually only gravity, no explosives. Hey, no. Hey, these missiles are going to be full of explosives. You know, they're going to be full of explosives. See, the GPT goes off just like the blue letter goes off at certain times, you know, because these are ultimately just like AI, you know, they're controlled by spirits and shit like that. So they throw little curveballs at you, you know, because, hey, the Lord told you that, hey, this is a mystery. So, hey, you can't just type in the search engine and you're going to get all the answers. You know, you got to do your own research and your own digging through the spirit, discerning. Scripture, you're going to discern between he that served the Lord, he that served him not, right? Malachi 3. All right, you're going to discern between bullshit, all right? In other words, so a rod dropped from orbit would strike Earth at hypersonic speed, delivering the force of a small nuke without radiation. No. See, we got something called thermonuclear ICBMs, which are going to be shot, Scripture tell you, from the ends of the earth, all the way from Russia with love. Like James Bond said, man, like Russia with love. So, Psalms 5 and 5. And this is set for rebellious and wicked people, that namely your people, namely these Negro Latinos, man. All right, enemies of the gospel. All right, your people are enemies of the gospel. These damn Christians, you know. All right, all these people, bro. These damn woe men, you know, and these Meg the Stallions. So it says Psalms 5:5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. The Lord don't hate. The Most High doesn't hate. The Most High hates with a pure hatred. Just like King David and his men, King David said, I hate them with a pure hatred. I count them my enemies. The Lord said, hate abomination vehemently. Sirach 17:26. All right. Not be a friend of the world. All right. A lot of you are friends of the world. Christ says Israelites, like your man Alizé, was a friend of the world. And he was faking the funk for all this time. So, hey, what's going to happen? The man going to meet the missile. All right. If he don't get himself right, which is too far gone now. You know, too far gone now. So it says, 6th verse, thou shalt destroy them that speak leasingly. Was not the gorilla Hebrew speaking leasingly? Like, this is some fucking joke. All right. See, this truth of ours, bro. You know, yeah, there's mercy and there's the Lord has, you know, the scripture tell you a righteous man falls 7 times, get back up again, but the wicked fall into the mischief, right? But the scriptures tell you to offend less, because hey, you know, when you take the Lord's word, trim your ways to seek love, and you're a friend of the world and all this other bullshit, you're lukewarm, you know. Hey, the Lord is not playing. This is his business. You understand? The Most High. Look, we're getting ready to inherit the earth, man. The possession of the earth, the elements. You know, I said for an amendment, man. Stripes for the backs of fools. All right. So you niggas suck off with both hands. All right. You niggas are a bunch of cheaters. All right. That's you tribes. You niggas are not faithful. That's why it says 2 Esdras 15:4. All the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Why does it tell you Amos the 5th chapter, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate? Because if you just tell these people what the fuck they want to hear, then they're gonna love you and they're gonna big you up and put you on a pedestal like Shannon Sharp or you know who's someone that's beloved by the black community. Like, you know what I'm saying, without any haters. Beyonce, one of these people, you know, these motherfuckers are gonna tell they're never gonna say anything adverse, you know, against this fucking world, you know, especially these, you know, these celebrities, but even these pastors, you know, these shepherds, what they call them, you know. Well, that's the spirit, because earlier I had ran across these archbishops, this archbishopship, these Catholic archbishops, and one of these dudes that was like I don't say choir boy, whatever they call him. He was him and his wife covered his car in a whole bunch of signs condemning the archbishopship, you know, because he touched them when he was a kid and all that shit, you know, which is definitely true, you know, because why would a man just go out there unless he's getting paid, you know, and go and embarrass himself and his woman, you know, telling the whole world that he got touched and all this other shit. See what I'm saying? So these are why the Lord gonna visit this society. But this world belongs to the Edomite, right? And this is what this devil has been doing for the past, you know, well, since the beginning of time. But since he's been in rulership, he's been doing nothing but teaching, touching kids, being a devil, you know, robbing, stealing, killing. And you niggas suck them off with both hands every fucking day. All right? Every fucking day, that's what you niggas do. You know? This is despicable in the sight of your God. That's why it says Jeremiah 2. My people have committed 2 evils. Let's get that too. They have forsaken. They have forsaken me and hewed themselves cisterns that can hold no water. Jeremiah 2. Jeremiah 2 and it says, what's that? The 5th verse. This said the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone from me, and have walked after vanity and are become vain. Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us up out the land of Egypt? All right. The Most High, Psalms 14:1, there's not at all in their thoughts. That led us through the wilderness, through a land of deserts and pits, and of the shadow of death, through a land that no man passed through, where no man dwelt. I brought you into a plentiful country to eat the fruit thereof, and the goodness thereof. And when you enter, you defiled my land and made my heritage an abomination. The priest said, "Where is the Lord?" That's what the great priest, but lawyer, this guy Eleazar. That's what the priest is saying, man. Where is the Lord? 1,000 years. a 1,000 years. You see, but lawyer and them wasn't talking about 1,000 years. You know, the elder Bun lawyer and them brothers. They wasn't talking like that, man. You know, that's these fucking demons. You know. All right. So it says the priests have said, "Where is the Lord?" They ain't looking for the Lord. They had handled the law. They that handled the law knew me not. The pastors also check it. Yeah, there's a lot of dudes in this thing of ours that the Lord that they don't know the Lord, and the Lord don't know them. They just going talking shit. You know, they just going around. You know, because they're black and they look like some type of whatever. You know, and they get a following. You know, hey brother, I'm telling you this straight. You get a congregation if your ass look like if you look the part, you can talk shit. You'll raise up a congregation. You'll raise up a following. If you look like, you know what I'm saying, you extra charcoal and you could talk some shit, you'll be able to look at this guy one body, man. These dudes have followers. You know what I'm saying? Because your people are simple, man. You know, they just see some dude up there, you know, he can talk shit, and they think the Lord's with them. You know, how you think dudes like Bishop Whitehead get millions of dollars from people, man? Because these people are fucking simple, man. But anyways, that's why the scriptures tell you the prudent man look well to his going, but the simple pass on and are punished. The fucking simple, man. And your people are simple. So now it says the they that handled the law knew me not. They that handled the scriptures knew me not. The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walked after things that did not profit. Wherefore, I will yet plead with you, said the Lord, and with your children's children will I plead. That's you. With your children's children. That's you coming back reincarnation. I'm going to plead with you. It says, well, your children will I plead. Wherefore, I will yet plead with you, said the Lord, and with your children's children will I plead. For pass over the isles of Chittim, and see and send unto Kedar, and consider diligently and see if there be such a thing. Have a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which profited not. Okay, so hence why I said I made the statement. All right, hence why the title of the video: you demonic cheaters. You know, you niggas are committing fornication with the so-called white man every fucking day. You know, and the Most High is not angry. The Lord is not angry with the wicked every day. Didn't they say in 2 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, I have espoused you to one husband? Let's get that, man. The Apostle Paul said, I have espoused you. I'm jealous over you with godly jealousy. All right? For I have espoused you to one husband. The scripture tells you jealousy is the rage of a man. When the Lord destroyed this place, because of his jealousy towards his people, man. All right. This bitch want to play games with me? All right, I'm burning this fucking house down. Let's see. You see? This is one thing you don't do is play with your husband. You see? Because the scripture tells you, man. Yeah? One thing you don't fucking do is cheat on the man, and because that's the ultimate disrespect. You cheating on the Lord every fucking day. All right? These people, when they walk around with Jesus piece, they walk around lined up, trimming their waist. You know, when they walk around long fucking hair, looking like Ringo. You know, see these dudes like Ringo. The reason why they fall out the truth, or they denounce the scriptures, and they got this feminine ass vibration on them. They can't get rid of that long hair. Oh, Kowinkadink, your man Alizé, all right, another long haired demon. You know, Kowinkadink, no Kowinkadinks around here. All right, it's all spiritual. It's all pattern of good works. Scripture speaking of pattern of good works. All right. When you can't get rid of shit like that, when you trimming your ways, when you a fucking man pleaser, you know, you want to appease the people, and shit like that, what happens? The Lord takes the spirit from you, man. Okay? Because see, these are men that are not ready to fucking die. They're not ready to go out the way John the Baptist went out. John the Baptist went out telling the truth. You understand what I'm saying? For you to the scripture tell you, Revelation 3:12, for he that overcome it, will I make a pillar in the temple of my God. For you to overcome, you gotta be ready to die, man. 9:12-25, man. Okay? If a man love his life and seek to save his life, he shall lose it. But he that loses it for my sake shall find it unto life eternal. So what does that mean? That means that you fucking dudes, all right, as pursuing to Jeremiah 2:8, all right, it says the they that taught the law have knew me not, man. They that have handled the law. The word handle, matter of fact, let's get the word handle. They that handled, but because this is Sophia. See, just like correlating it with a woman in the world, right? Well, you see these women, they're all fucked up and destroyed because they've been handled, okay, by wrong type of dudes. They turn into lesbos and all this. They become moles. You know, they don't want to. I don't like niggas. I don't like men. No, you don't. Demons, them fuck you've been with. That's what you don't like. That's what you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Because scripture tell you that a man take away the woman reproach through the spirit. The scripture tell you Genesis 3:16. Your desire shall be towards thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. All right. See, these women have never had a husband rule over them, man. Neither have they ever had a father to rule over them either. Because for the most part, that nigga ain't been nothing but a semen donor. Okay, just like that. So so I get the word for handled. 2 Corinthians 11. I get that in a minute. Handled. Jeremiah 2:8. The priest said not, where is the Lord their God? And they that handle the law knew me not. So you dudes that handle this word, the scripture tell you many are called, few are chosen. So a lot of you, the Lord doesn't know you, and they don't know the Lord. Therefore, the word handle, right? Just like a woman. See, this is the Lord's woman, his flock. And it's scripture tell you many pastors have abused, have destroyed my my vineyard, trodden it down underfoot. Just like a woman, they get trodden down underfoot, destroyed based upon these fucking pookies and niggas that they deal with. You see? That's why it says Isaiah 4:1, let us be called by thy name, take away our reproach, take away these demons. Okay? Okay, so it says the word handle, to catch, to handle, to lay hold, to take hold, to seize, to wield. The scripture tell you the natural use of woman, Romans 6. All right, they have left the natural use. They're not wielding the woman the right way. The scriptures, all right, Sophia, the wisdom, and also the physical, in the physical as well as you see in the world, you know. So it says to take hold, to seize, to arrest, to catch, to grasp, in order, wield, use, skillful, to be seized, to catch, to grasp with the hand. So they that have handled my word, all right, they that handled the law knew me not, all right. The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal and walked after things that did not profit. All right, and walked after things that did not profit. You know what I mean? Why I couldn't see none of these? I couldn't see none of these comments. That's the spirit showing you brothers. So I couldn't see none. I had the phone sideways or something. I don't know, but anywho, so yeah, going back, 2 Corinthians the 11th chapter. So you belong to the Lord, and therefore, the Lord will punish you for being a cheater, man. That's your people are a bunch of fucking cheaters. Okay. Now, 2 Corinthians 11:1. Would to the Most High you could bear with me a little my folly, and indeed bear with me, for I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband. I have espoused you, and that I will present you as a chaste virgin to Yahushua. Yeah, how we gonna be virgin? By being changed in a new body. Okay, we're gonna be the chaste virgin, but in the spirit, we're already virgins, pursuing Revelation 14:4. Now that's in the spirit. Our body is impure, so you're not a virgin in the body. You went off. You went to the church. You went off. Okay, you went to the synagogue. You went to the mosque. Okay, you got tattoos, all that shit. You know that's you cheating. But see, the Lord did what? He gave you a grace. He said, only return thou unto me, and I'll abundantly pardon. So in Ezekiel the 16th chapter, he said he's married to us, and he'll forgive. Pursuant to Jeremiah 3:1. Let's go there too. Okay, he said, if the land be polluted, shall a man return unto it? Okay, shall a man return unto it if the land is polluted? You know. It says Jeremiah 3:1, they say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man, shall he return unto her again? Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, a hoe, a nation laden with iniquity. All right. Okay. The word Acts the second chapter, the 40th verse, the untoward generation. You know, save yourself from this untoward generation, because these are people that have been harlots with many lovers. All right. Yet return again unto me, said the Lord. So the remnant will return. All right, because they were always married to the Lord. The Lord said, I know them, they're mine. Pursuing the John 10 and the 28th verse, no man can pluck them out of my Father's hand. All right. So Psalms 5, back in Psalms 5, and the 7th verse. It says, but as for me, I will come into the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple. It said, lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness, because of my enemies, make thy way straight before my face. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth. 2 Ezra 15, for all the unfaithful die in their unfaithfulness. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulcher, because they're a bunch of hoes. You see? Like a hoe, like a ghetto gagger. Her throat is an open sepulcher. All right, nothing comes out of it that's good. All kind of bullshit go in there, man. Namely, the white man's pecker. All right, that you niggas are choking on for the last 500 fucking years. All right, even when the Lord came, the elder brother from Mississippi did the video about Quetzalcoatl. The Lord came to the land tribes in person, and they still followed after the fucking white man when he came here. All right, they saw the fucking white man hop off the boat, and they was just enamored with the nigga, man. And they gave him the sweat off their back, the shirt off their back. You know, the land here, take the land. You know, we show you how to do everything, and that's because this man, the serpent, deceived you as he deceived you in the garden. You know, so their throats are open sepulcher. They flatter with their tongue like a hoe. All right, they flatter with their lips. That's why it says every man will utterly supplant. Every neighbor walk with slanders. Jeremiah the 9th chapter. An assembly of treacherous men. That's your people. All right, a people that's capable of putting their own sovereign lord to death. You see that? Even a white man wouldn't do no shit like that. Well, being a devil. Say how fucked up these people are, man. So it says they flatter with their tongue. Destroy thou them, O Most High. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. The white man didn't rebel against anybody. It was you tribes. You know, the white man's a demon, a perfect demon, but in wickedness. You know. See, but that's why he's in power. That's why you're not in power, because he's doing what the fuck he got to do. He's in power. You're not in power. You ain't got shit. All right, this motherfucker got all the. He said he will lend, and you will not lend unto him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail, man. So that's the curse, not the blessing. We're not under the blessing. All right. So they have rebelled against thee, but let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice, and let them shout for joy. All right, because the Lord gonna destroy this devil. Because thou defendest them, let them also love thy name and be joyful in thee. How many people know the name of the Lord and his son? You know, They say, oh, that's basics. How many people know that? If this is basic, right? There's nothing basic about the knowledge and understanding of the lore. Yahweh Bashim Yashai is nothing basic about this, because it's a mystery. Scripture tell you, if this gospel be hid, is hid to them that's lost. We speak this wisdom amongst them that are what? Perfect, man. All right. So Jeremiah 5:31, the prophets prophesy falsely, and the priests bear rule by their means, and my people love to have it so. And what will you do in the end thereof? Yeah, what will you do when I visit you? All right. What will you do when I visit you, man? Just like a cheater episode, man. What the fuck do? They always flip out, you know. See, that's back when there where TV was good, man. When they had cheaters on. Good Joey Greco, man. You know, you notice I don't ever fucking talk about these shows of today, 'cause I don't watch this shit, man. You know, it was like, now when you get older, you got shit to do. But when you was a kid and everything, man, everything was just fucking better. And everybody knows this. You know, everybody knows this. The script tell you that the mirth of the land is gone. You know, so the spirit has been sucked out this place. All right. So it says, for they have rebelled against thee. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice, and let them shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Yeah, to lift up a standard. All right. When the devil come in like a flood. All right. So it says, for thou, Lord, will bless the righteous, with favor wilt thou compass him as a shield. So is the Lord going to show favor to the white man and the other nations? No, he said he's gonna bless the righteous, and with favor compass him with a shield against these devils. All right. And against 2/3 of our people that are sellouts. That are sellouts, man. You know, 2/3 of people are like a hoe, you know, can't keep her legs closed or her mouth shut. You know, that's 2/3 of people. They're not waiting upon their husband, man. All right. Scripture, like I said, 2 Corinthians, the 11th chapter and the 2nd verse. I have espoused you to one husband. All right. I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. All right. Therefore, I say I may present you as a chaste virgin. A chaste virgin. Are your people a chaste virgin? Your people are the hooker of the local hooker, man. That all the nations have had their turn and way with. All right. Because as it says in Jeremiah 2 that we read earlier. This nation have changed. What nation have changed their gods for them? There are no gods. All right. So Psalms 66 and 7, it says, he ruleth by his power forever. His eyes behold the nations. Let not the rebellious exalt themselves. So the rebellious, all right, will be you tribes, man. Yeah, that's nothing basic. Yeah, that's right. That's good. That's good. Hey, shalom, brother. Ariel, yeah, but some shit like that. Yeah, all you brothers, man. Brother Nair. So it says, let not the rebellious exalt themselves. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. All right. That's why all these little Travis Scotts and shit, which they got their talent, whatever. These fucking demons of the world, you know, these little 21s, and you know, they got their consolation, and they're the ones being exalted. You know, 60 million followers, this, that, stadium tours. That's you being exalted, but that's that comes with a price, man. What will a man give in exchange for his soul? So you got to be a hoe and you got to be a demon to sell out. Bend over and take the deal. Deal or no deal. The devil presents you with the deal, proverbial deal. You know, and you got to choose. And that's how you exalt yourself. So let not the rebellious exalt themselves. They've gone after crooked ways. So it says, "Oh, bless our power, ye people, and make the voice of his praise to be heard, which holdeth our soul in life, and suffereth not our feet to be moved. For thou, O power, hast proved us. Thou hast tried us as silver is tried. Thou broughtest us into the net. Thou laidest affliction upon our loins." All right. When thou brought to a Lord's day, take it cheerfully and be patient. The scripture say, woe to you that have lost patience. That's these That's these demons. They have lost patience. Thou hast caused men to ride over our heads. We went through the fire and through water, but thou hast brought us into a wealthy place. Yeah, if you wait. All right. If you hasten not to be rich. All right. Scripture tell you Psalms 58. No, 62. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. Become not vain in robbery. The 10th verse. Okay. Okay, so it says, thou hast brought us into a wealthy place, man. Lord about to bring us into a wealthy place. You come up with your husband, man. You know, that's how it used to build in the ancient world. Even back in the day. A woman will get wealthy through her husband, not through being a hoe. All right. She will get wealthy by being married to a man, not by sucking off multitudes of other men. That's the nations, man. That's all these. That's what these tribes have done. You know, because hey, we're really not part of what the fuck these people are doing. We're the scriptures tell you the Israel of the Most High, man. That's a different kind of Israelite, man. All right, that's a different kind of Israelite. Well, that's why we speak against these people as if they're not our people. They're not. Who the fuck are these people? They're not your people. That's why it says be separate, even from your own people, man. All right, Deuteronomy 7:6. All right, we are a holy nation unto me. All right, so a peculiar people, man. Built up a spiritual house. I tell you in 1 Peter 2, a lively stones. So it says, but thou broughtest us out into a wealthy place. I will go into thy house with burnt offerings. I will pay thy vows, which my lips have uttered and my mouth has spoken when I was in trouble. I will offer the burnt offering of fatlings and the incense of rams. Come and hear all ye that fear the Most High, declare what he have done for my soul. For I have cried unto him with my mouth. He was extolled with my tongue. If I regard iniquity in my heart, the Lord will not hear me. But that's why the Lord's not hearing these people. Even though they cry, the Lord's not hearing them. They regard iniquity in their hearts, praying to Jesus. All right, when they've been told a plethora of times that that's not their name. But verily, the Most High Yahweh Shai have heard me. He have attended to the voice of my prayers. Blessed be the Most High Yahweh Shai, which have not turned away my prayer, nor his mercy from me. So, what's the prayer that the Lord get rid of these demons, man? That's why we had met these two little demons. They had come up from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We was dealing with some women, and fucking, you know, they end up coming up there with them. You know, I guess they were like cousins or some shit. That was in the truth. In the truth, quote unquote, with major quotes. I forgot what the hell they were called, but the dudes covered in tattoos and whatever and whatnot. But you know, you try not to judge them. But here it is, like head to toe, you know. And the other dude, he was like he had this real like smooth, talky, fucking Christian type vibe. But he, you know, saying he had like 3-4 wives. Yeah, he was like a good looking dude, whatever. I don't even know. I don't remember their names. But one thing I do remember while they was there with us, they was keeping the ceremony with us. And they didn't want to throw up no curses, man. And hey, ever since then, and they did the other little weird shit. But ever since then, I'm like, man, these dudes ain't fucking right. And lo and behold, they end up teaching bullshit, talking about the nations can be saved and all that. You know, I don't. You brothers may not know what I'm talking about, but I don't remember their names per se. But by face, I do remember them. But see, and ever since then, you know, I've been more than cautious with these people, with Jake that you meet, even in the truth. But the point of the matter is that, you know what I'm saying, hey, isn't that, hey, we're to hate these other nations, man. All right, as the Lord hates them and count them as spittle, the Lord count them as spittle. That's a ruling class mentality, even though we're going to treat them with equity, you know, eventually. But the Lord said it's a righteous thing to recompense them that trouble you, not to save the heathen, man. And that's an insult, and that's ultimately adultery or fornication. Scripture speak about fornication. All right. with the Most High, man. You know, that's how you become. Scripture tell you, Proverbs 3:31, envy not thy oppression, choose in his ways. That's how you choose his way. So an evil man, Proverbs 17:11, seeketh only rebellion. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against him. Yeah, a cruel messenger be sent against a nigger, man. Let a bear robbed of her whelps meet a man rather than a fool in his folly. For whoso rewarded evil for good, evil shall not depart from his house. All right. The beginning of strife is when one left out water, therefore leave off contention before it be meddled with. And he that justified the wicked and condemned the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. Yeah, so the wicked are being justified in this world, man. You got niggas being exalted, being put on pedestals they don't even belong in. They have no business in there, man. All right. They have no business in them seats, man. I tell you in Jeremiah the 23rd, Matthew the 23rd chapter. All right. Okay, so hey Sean, brother, thought one live, yeah, but some shit break it down. It says Jeremiah 29 and 31. It says 30. It says, then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah, saying, send all of them of the captivity, saying, thus saith the Lord concerning Shemaiah the Nehemite, because that Shemaiah had prophesied unto you, and I sent him not. He calls you to trust in a lie. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will punish Shemaiah the Nehemite and his seed, showing you that the Lord will save you or destroy you and your seed, man. That's why it says cursed children are they. That's why it says the house of Saul. That's why it says the Edomite, when it speaks of Esau, it's talking about everybody, man. You know. So it says he shall not have a man. For Christian, you say, oh, you're talking about the one. He's talking about one Edomite, the man Esau. It's not talking about everybody. It's not talking about everybody. All right, according to the devil. So it says Shemaiah the Nehemite and his seed, he shall not have a man to dwell among this people, neither shall he behold the good that I will do for my people, said the Lord, because he have taught rebellion against the Lord. And your people are in that spirit to teach rebellion against the Lord, man. You know. Everything, that's why I said their mouth, what is it going back, is an open sepulcher, man. Their throat is an open sepulcher. All right. So it said Ezekiel 20 and 13, but the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness. They walk not in my statutes, and they despise my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted. They greatly polluted my Sabbaths. All right, doing them whenever they feel like it's right there in the scriptures. Oh yeah, I'm just do it. I'm just do Friday, Saturday, you know. I'm gonna just do it, whatever, you know. Even though it's gonna tell you you're not supposed to judge based upon, yeah, but look, clear as day, it's the new moon. No, you know what I'm saying? Keep it like a Christian, keep it like a you know, go off the white man calendar, you know. No, don't worry about it. It's all good, you know. So it says they have greatly polluted my Sabbaths. All right. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them. But I wrought for my namesake that it should not be polluted before the heathen, in whose sight I brought them out. Okay. Yet also I lifted my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land which I had given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands. All right, Israel, the land of Israel. You can't get that because you gotta die first. You see, that's why the heathen are in the land, man. That's an insult. The Lord said, look, that's a backhand smack in the face. All right. That's an insult. He gave your land to the demon, to the Amalekite, who he despised. That's why I say a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod, Zechariah 9 and 6. Okay. So it says, because they despise my judgments. Okay. Ezekiel 20 and 15, the glory of all lands. All right. That's the land of Israel. 16. Because they despise my judgments and walk not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths, for their heart went after their idols. The white man's the number one idol of these niggas. They all want to be the white man. That's why they even talk like the white man. Now they don't even have it's all Jake talk like the white man, man. You know, especially these women. A good number, you know. So it said, nevertheless, my eyes spared them from destroying them. Neither did I make an end of the wilderness. They talk about the Most High is not real. That's a Edomite talking, man. That's like an Edomite talking. They'll say the Most High is not. They don't believe in God. No, they don't. Even a zeal. They don't even have a zeal. They don't. None of these motherfuckers believe in God. They don't believe in God no more, man. They don't believe in the script. They're not into the scripts. If you find a man that, especially a younger man, that is into the scriptures at all, hey, the brother told me, hey, I don't know if the brother might be watching, but he ran to one of the brothers. I forgot the brother's name, and he was like, "Hey, you remember me, brother?" You know, I guess he found him with the scripture in his hand and all that. And the brother had come checked us a few times, you know, and yeah, I had taken to liking to the brother, but I never remembered. I never, you know, too many faces. But yeah, the brothers told me he ran into him, and see, that's the spirit. But anyways, that's a rare occurrence. Like the brother was telling me that, like that he saw that brother with the Bible, the scriptures in his hand, all that. Cause especially these little young generations, all this, they damn near none of them believe in the scriptures, man. There's the scripture tell you the land be barren of faith, man. You know, so that's a rare thing. So now it says, but I said onto the 17th verse, Ezekiel 20:17. Nevertheless, my eyes spared them not from destroying them, neither did I make an end of in the wilderness. But I said unto their children in the wilderness, walk ye not in the statutes of your fathers, neither observe their judgments, nor defile yourselves with their idols. For I am the Lord your God, walk in my statutes and keep my judgments and do them, and hallow my Sabbaths, and they shall be a sign between me and you, that ye may know that I am the Lord your God. Notwithstanding, the children rebelled against me. They walk not in my statutes. Why whatever you tell them, they're not gonna do. All right. Neither keep my judgments to do them, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. They polluted my Sabbaths. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish my anger against them in the wilderness. Nevertheless, I withdrew my hand and wrought for my namesake, that it should not be polluted in the fight of the heathen, in whose sight I brought them forth. For I lifted my hand unto them also in the wilderness, that I would scatter them amongst the heathen and disperse them, Salakia, through the countries, because they had not executed my judgments, but had despised my statutes, had polluted my Sabbaths, and their eyes were after their father's idols. Their father, who? The devil. John 8:44. So it says, but ye are of your father, the devil. The lust of your father you will do. And he was a murderer from the beginning and abode in the truth, because there was no truth in him. And when he speak a lie, he speak of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So as this devil is a freaky frog, man, he deals with incest, and so he's your zaddy and your lover at the same time. That's the devil. You see, like he doing his little freaky his little freaky corn, man. You know, he be having these little scenes and shit that's like, you know, role playing and shit. That's what he's doing with these fucking tribes, man. He done turned them out, and he done freaked them out, and now they're all into fucking now they're into damn stepdaddy play, man. Sugar, yeah. That's your father. You see, you have your father, the devil, and the lust of your father you would do. The freaky shit of your father you would do. You get a word for lust. He was a murderer from the beginning, and a bold not truth. The word for lust. The lust of your father you will do. Yeah, desire, craving, longing, forbidden. For what is forbidden? Lust. You know, that devil then put you on to all this freaky weird shit that you're into. You see that? Like when you get turned out, like when a chick get turned out, by Pookie, man, or something, you know, or she get turned out to lesbian, carpet munching, you know, or whatever the case may be. They start doing freaky weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Going up the rear end, doing all this weird shit, you know. That shit turned them out, man. You see, that's what these Catholic priests and all these niggas do to the, like I said earlier about the little thing. You know what I'm saying? So it says Hosea 13 and 15, though he be fruitful among his brethren, an east wind shall come, the wind of the Lord shall come up from the wilderness, and his spring shall become a dry, and his fountain shall be dried up. He shall spoil the treasure of all pleasant vessels. Samaria shall become desolate, for she rebelled against her God. That's how you know you're talking about Israel. They call Samaria. All right. Because we dwelt in that land. You know, that's the namely the northern kingdom. Like book of Hosea, prophet to the northern kingdom. Okay, so Samaria shall become desolate, for she have rebelled against her God. They shall all fall by the sword. Their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped up. That's right. So, and the Lord's gonna do that again, man. He gonna fucking rip these goddamn lying ass women apart, man. These goddamn demons, these fucking scream queen hoes. You know, they all got to pay because they got all kind of blood in their hands, like Meg Thee Stallion putting niggas in prison for no reason. You know, and all this bullshit. All right, and these fucking these men, you know, they have succumbed to this devil. You know, all right. They have turned aside. Okay. After Satan, let's get that too. They have turned aside. They have been subverted of themselves. 1 Timothy 5 and 15. Actually, I'm start up. It says, I would therefore that the younger woman marry, or I have espoused you to one husband, right? Bear children, guide the house, and give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. For some have already turned aside after saying, yeah, that's what a woman's supposed to do in her life. She's supposed to give a man so nobody can say she a hoe and she doing all this other shit. Just like we do, man. Just like us as the people, man, as the Lord's people. So Hosea 13 and 16, Samaria shall become desolate, for she have rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword, their infants shall be dashed in pieces, and the women with child ripped up. They're ripped apart, dismantled, destroyed. All right, judge, man. All right. For fires kindle, you know. Scripture saying the tabernacle of the ungodly. If I will purge out Ezekiel 20, back Ezekiel 20. Matter of fact, 30, 33. And as I live, said the Lord, power, surely with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with a fury poured out, will I rule over you. And I'll bring you out from the people and gather you out the countries wherein you were scattered. And with a mighty hand, with a stretched out arm, and with a fury poured out, I'll bring you into the wilderness of the people. Therefore, I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you. In the second Egypt. All right. So I said, I'll bring you into Egypt again with ships, Deuteronomy 28, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. All right, which the covenant only could be made with us, all right, because we're the only one that he ever made it with. All right, the Lord didn't make a covenant with this devil. Neither did he ever make a covenant with Moab or the African man, or the China man. So it says, I will purge out from amongst you the rebels and they that transgress against me, and I will bring them forth out the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. That ye shall know that I am the Lord your power. All right. When I purge out the rebel from amongst you, man. All right. Hey, so with that, I'll leave it there. I say, call him like Yahweh, Bashem Yashai, Bashem Rakakwadash. All right. The cheater tribes, man. Okay, the goddamn unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man.
You know, as it says, Second Esdras 15 and 4. So, day, shalom, shalom.